Hi, everybody. Sorry for the tiny delay. We are 10 minutes or so behind because of a couple things.
Wait, is there
Hopefully
more
we've got
technical
them.
difficulties? Do you guys see all
Well,
pitch black on the screen, or is that just me?
Oh, I do. It is all pitch black.
It's normal for me. So,
which
Twitch is
screen? The
pitch
Twitch or
black,
the.
so that's good.
I have
Stream.
become
wait.
one with the darkness. Oh, not anymore.
Wait, Johnson. Okay, we're all here. Yay!
Everybody, flip off the camera while you can.
No,
Everybody's frozen.
Oh, it brought it back! It brought it back!
The wrong fingers. I used the wrong fingers. Just kidding.
So is it working now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whew, okay. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
A few technical difficulties. Don't know exactly. Yeah. It's just coming from every direction right now. So hopefully we can push on through. This is Dicey Decisions RPG, and we are Zeros to Heroes, and we're doing a slow rolling narrative fantasy campaign playing D&D. In case you're just new to our stream, which we see that some people just now subscribed, so welcome to the show. So anybody, our cast members, our crew, anybody have any shout outs that we need to get out of the way before we dive in?
Sleep.
No? Yeah, go for it. Say again.
Sleep. I shout out sleep.
Oh,
Shout out to sleep.
Shh.
And prescription medicine that helps people who are sick.
And over the counter
Yeah.
medicine.
Shout out to germ theory.
shout out to my computer trying to restart. That always happens right at the perfect time. Okay. Well, if there's no other business to attend to, we will get started with session 29 or episode 29 of Zeros to Heroes. Okay, quick recap, and we're going to just dive right in. Our heroes have been tasked by one of the Arch-Fae with retrieving the heart of this terrible undead monstrosity creature, which has poisoned the land and is currently leveling the forest to dust. So, traveling for days through the woods to find this place, formulating a plan that instantly failed, the heroes are struggling onward with the fight, and they've been joined mid-battle by a small crew of black armored warriors who also attacked this creature. So, through swirling questions, arcane spells, and wielded weapons, we will rejoin the fray. We stopped last time on Fern's turn. Fern, can you repeat what you said and give us the scenario that you were going for?
Yes. So Fern has just regained consciousness and has gasped in the air and reoriented herself, focused in on the creature who she is watching absolutely brutalize Stony. And she uses minor illusion to mimic Lulf's voice from when Lulf spoke inside of their heads, and says to the creature throwing the voice in Lulf's voice, I don't know if I can do Lulf's voice, that smoky low gravel. Leave it. No more.
Okay. And so you guys
And flies
all
into the air.
hear. You guys hear a voice speak, and then everything goes silent, and the final words ring out, "Leave it," in a voice that you guys heard rumbling through your minds about some time ago. We're not sure exactly how many days ago that was, but some time ago. The creature almost glitches. It staggers a little bit, and its big head, its skull head, like 6 or 8 feet long, swings around to look back. And it sees Fern flying, correct?
Mhm.
Hovering in the air about 15 feet up off the ground. It looks at her. Anything else on your turn, Fern?
Well, no, since it's looking at me now.
Okay.
No.
Then
Can
we
I
will.
can I just magically hide myself? In that case, yes. No.
I don't know that you have any resources to do that. So you're just
Nope.
suspended in the air. A good, 50, 60 feet away from this thing
Yes.
where it had smashed you down before. And, oh no, the poison fumes are what knocked you out, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So we will proceed through the order. At this time, the 3 black-skinned creature humanoids that jumped over Sunny and Rip continue sprinting toward the center as fast as they can, double dashing and hair streaming out behind them. And they have bows in one hand. They have an arrow ready to knock, but they don't use it. They use all of their action to move as close as they can. Reminder, Rip and Sunny were 800 feet away, something like that. Very far away. Stony is prone on the ground, unconscious, right in front of this monstrosity. Hieta had just administered a potion to Fern and was racing toward the creature, right?
Yeah, I think I stopped like
Threw
20.
a dagger at it or something.
No, I couldn't. I think I decided not to, and oh god, I forgot what I did.
That's
But
okay.
I think I
You're
decided
right
not to.
there. You're close. Okay.
It's like like I remembered being like at least like a decent distance away, like 20 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this other humanoid that had run by you and had hit it with a quarterstaff is on its back. And so
Nice.
as these 3 dark-skinned creatures sprint toward it, the creature on its back raises up its quarterstaff and tries to crack down on it again. And with a... Oh, yeah. This thing does not have a high armor class. It's just, like we said last time, it's a barn door. So this thing standing on its back smashes it and you see chips of bone and pieces of dirt and like a puff of dust rise up off of the back of this thing. So that brings us to the area itself. Everyone within the area down here in this center of this exposed dead forest, where it has literally bitten and torn up and chewed and pulverized all these trees, and everything is just dirt and dust and debris from crushed trees, wood chips and piles of branches and whatever. Everything around here, or anybody in here, has to make a con save. That includes the creature that just hit it in the back, and Pieta and Fern and Stony. Now, Stony will be making con save with disadvantage. Well, you know what? I don't think you're at disadvantage. You're unconscious, but your constitution is what it is. It's not affected by sleep or awakeness to me. These are poisonous vapors that just rise up out of the ground on this lair action. So, con saves all around. Let's see. What does Fern get?
16.
That is a save.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's exactly what you need. It's a high one because these jets of yellowish, like poisonous gas rise out of the ground as this thing thumps a foot down. Stony?
He got a 19.
Good. Pass. Pieta.
I got a 8.
You will take some damage from the poison. Are you resistant or anything to poison damage?
Just charmed and magic cannot put me to sleep.
Okay. You take 6 points of poison damage.
Okie dokie.
The others of you passed, but you feel these vapors are in your lungs and they may start building up to an effect even if you're passing these constitution saves. Okay, and that brings us to a contestant that we have not seen so far.
Ooh.
Watching this creature swing its massive head around, something materializes on the side of its head, and you hear, and Clips has just bamfed into view and is trying to bite the side of its head. And that's
Nice.
a hit. Yeah. So Clips rips off a chunk of like hanging flesh as he falls to the ground and disappears away again. And that is the end of round 2 or 3. It's been a quick battle, maybe 4. But we're going to the top of the round with Pieta. Your turn.
It's
You're
me.
15 or
Pieta.
20 feet away from this huge thing.
Yes. However, that is not my goal. My goal is my buddy. He's dying. Stouty. So is there anything kind of in the way of getting to Stony's body, or can I just go shoop straight to it, or will I entice?
There's a monster in the way.
Right. Is there a way I can get around him where I won't entice an attack?
Not unless you can. Well, what's your speed?
My speed is walking 40 speed.
So you could. Let's see. This creature is like you're 15 feet from it. It's about 20. That puts us at 35. And Stoney's about another 10 past that. That's 45. You could run way around it and get there using your action to dash. Or you could go right under it, trying to avoid its strike. Because it's currently staring right at the floating fern. You could just go under it and hope it doesn't hit you.
Would 5 feet be okay to administer a potion, or do I have to be right at 0 feet?
Oh, yeah, you would have to be 0. So I guess you can't do it. He's still 45 feet away. You have 40 feet of movement. To give it to someone else takes your action.
Right. Unless I was miraculously 15 feet away. No, let's see. I guess I'll have to go straight through him. Maybe do a little
damage as you go?
No, because then that would take my Oh, I guess I could do a bonus action with that.
What I'm saying is, oh yeah, so you can't even get there on a straight run, even if you go right under the creature. You don't have enough room.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, you don't have enough speed. Yeah. He's 45 feet away. You have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah. Huh. I seriously thought he was like, because I remember last turn I'm like, okay, I was only one turn away because he's only like 25 feet away or something. But I guess I remembered it wrong. That's so weird.
Maybe I remembered it wrong. Okay, let's default to you can get there in one round if you go right through the creature.
Okay, dokie. All right, let's do it then. But I don't think I can attack because I would have to use a normal attack and then do an arm strike, right? To do the bonus.
Your action would be to feed a potion if that's what you're going to do.
Oh yeah, but I can't I can't use an unarmed strike as a bonus
No,
action.
because that only occurs, I think, at least that's how it used to be. You can only do that if you used your action to attack. I don't know. Read your unarmed strike out loud. Let's see what it says.
It just says one bonus action, unarmed strike, bludgeoning, 5 foot reach. Bonus action when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike. Bonus action when you use the action attack with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon. Okay, cool. So yeah, you're right.
Okay, so
All right, I'm just gonna parkour and maneuver through straight across, hoping to avoid his stump or whatever.
okay. So you sprint right through. Either are you going up and over or are you sliding under? How are you going to get
Um,
past this thing?
yeah, I'm sliding under because since his focus is up there, I'm hoping he doesn't notice me. Maybe even be disadvantage.
All right.
That might be pushing.
I tell you what. Let me have you roll for it instead of the creature. Roll a dexterity check, not a saving throw, a check. And if you roll high enough, the creature will have disadvantage to strike you because you're so slippery.
Nice. I got a 23.
Oh. All right. So it's long, kind
Oh, I'm
of,
sorry. I got a 21.
still pretty good. It's
Yeah.
long, kind of rat tail, which is itself like 20 feet long with a big spike on the end,
Ugh,
is kind
disgusting.
of lashing around. And as you go, it lashes out towards you. Um, so good thing it had disadvantage.
Let's
It
go.
got a 12 to hit. Does that hit? All right. So
Does
this
not.
thing, like as big around as a dinner plate comes cruising past, and you just duck through and slide in there next to Stony. What's your action?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, hang in there, bud, hang in there. I sift a throat potion through my bag and gently uh, feed it into Stoney's mouth.
All right. So roll 2d4 plus 2 if you're giving him a regular health potion.
Yeah, because I already used my other one on Fern. Okay, 2d4.
See,
Okay.
Stony's gearing up.
That is a 6 plus 2. That is a 8.
All right, 8 points of health. Stony coughs back awake.
Hey,
And
hey, you there with me, bud? You there?
Oh, oh, that was awful. Oh,
I'm gonna need...
is it over?
No, no, no. We're in the thick of it. I'm gonna need you to
Oh,
get to get up and going and heal
okay,
yourself more if you need it. But
okay,
I'm gonna try to distract the thing while you kind of uh get back on your feet. Okay?
go.
All right. I guess that with that ends our turn. I believe. Yeah.
okay, then we will move to Rip.
I'm running, and then I'm running some more.
Okay. So you're using your full dash
Yep.
and movement to get closer.
Yes, and there are things I
Right.
would like to do within when I'm within a certain range, but that's not yet.
Yeah, it was triggered way early. All right. So Rip is running. Stony, you're prone. Pietas crouching over you. You're awake with hit points.
So he uses half his movement to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he assesses the situation. So how far remind me again how far away he is from the big monster right now?
I guess since we placed you within Pieta's moving distance, you're probably like 5 feet away from this thing. But it's not looking your way.
Okay. I think I remembered why the distance was greater from me and Pieta because I had been blown back.
Hmm.
That's right.
We could say I used my dash then, since that was an illegal play then.
You could
Like,
well
or my key point dash, if it really
Right.
matters to you.
You could. Yeah. So check off a key point for your, what is it called? Something of the step of the wind.
Step of the wind, yeah.
Yep. And so you use the key point to get there and potion him up.
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunate.
That deals. All right. Yeah, he got blown back quite a bit.
I forgot about that.
so he uses half his movement to get up. And you said he was I can't remember how many feet you pushed him
You
back.
were blown back. I'm looking at the stats right now. You were blown
20?
30 feet away.
30.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So you're 30 feet away from the creature right now.
We're both 30 feet away.
Correct.
Sorry.
So Stony is going to use the remaining half of his movement, 15 feet, to get back in there.
Going straight toward it.
And he will use his bonus action to command Cece to attack, and he himself will use the action to use the dodge command. He raises his shield once again.
Right.
Only little attack here. That probably won't hit, but does a 13 hit?
It absolutely hits this barn door of a creature.
Ah, okay. And grand total of 3 force damage.
Okay. When you
So
say
stand
every
there,
point matters,
ready
that's
for
what we're
the next
talking about.
incoming attack.
Okay. Remind me next time if he comes after you, it's at disadvantage. So that was Stony. Sunny. Sunny's on the run.
Gonna keep running and dash, trying to keep up
All right.
with Rip.
Yes, you can. You guys are running faster, it seems, than usual. I want you to each add like another 15 feet to your speed because weirdly, it feels like you're going downhill. You're almost tripping over yourself. You're running so fast.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, how
Now,
odd. I like it.
now it's the creature's turn. I would like for Fern to make either a persuasion or what other potential deception, either persuasion or deception with or performance with this voice.
I'm gonna do persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
Wow. Okay. I hadn't planned on this, but the creature that turned to look at you less than 6 seconds before, it has been bitten and blasted and didn't seem to notice. Its big head with no eyes, eye pits, is staring directly at you, and it starts to move and lumber. It takes like half of its movement. It moves 25 feet towards you, and it's going to roll against your natural 20 to make a perception check.
Roll a one.
Because, and this is for anyone who doesn't know exactly how natural 20s work, a natural 20 almost, well, in battle, in combat, it's a definite hit. But on skill checks, it's a 20, and you add your bonuses onto it. So other things have a chance. So what would your total persuasion have been?
24.
24. It's going to be really hard for this thing to make a perception check that beats a 24. In fact, maybe it can't. It can't. So, it's trying to determine something. You're not sure what, but it doesn't take any actions to fight this round. It just moves closer and it's just looking at you. For whatever you want to take that as, that's the end of its turn. Fern, it's now yours. What would you like to do?
Oh, no. Fern is shocked that it worked, but it does kind of confirm for her a little bit of what is going on here because she wasn't sure if this had anything to do with Lolth or not. And it seems like it recognizes Lolth's voice, which tells her something at least. So she doesn't want to break that illusion yet, in case the creature thinks that perhaps she is Lolth in disguise. She doesn't know. So instead, she is going to use the opportunity to, with minor illusion, create the um the cinematic view of spiders slowly crawling up her legs and meandering up her body and to rest with like a large spider on her skull.
Okay.
And just kind of to reinforce the
Okay.
situation. Um yeah, I think that's all she's going to do. She's trying to give everyone a chance and keep it distracted.
Will you move anywhere? Because it has come toward you.
No.
Holding your ground. Got it. So, as Fern just hovers in the air, has the illusion of spiders crawling up her body. We move on to these three black-skinned humanoids racing downhill. When I say downhill, it seems to... Everyone please roll a perception check. Just call them out when you get them.
18.
4.
18 for
16.
A 6.
Teen
another-
if Sunny's there.
what'd you get, Rip?
A 6. I'm too far away.
All right. So Pieta and Fern, you're the only ones who really notice this. It is strange. It feels like gravity is pulling in toward the center of this giant arena. It feels like the ground is warping or sloping down. You feel it in almost in your stomach, like a vertigo feeling almost, but you see it too, you feel it in your gut, but it doesn't, when you look around to check your surroundings, it doesn't feel like anything has really changed. But it feels like the center of gravity is focused on the center of all of this. You don't know what's going on in your mind. Things are feeling strange. But we're going to move on from there. These 3 black-clad, black-armored creatures continue sprinting downhill. They're moving really, really fast. Meanwhile, on the creature's back, the hairy humanoid with the big pole just takes another whack into it, crunch, and you see more splinters of bone fly, and the creature takes no notice. When you first got here, it looked terrible. Like it was made of bone and hide and dirt and rock and sod, held together by vines and or roots or something. It looks much worse now, but you can't really tell how much worse because it was already ragged and falling apart. So there are pieces hanging off. It will continue staring at Fern, and you see Clips jump up at its throat now and rip into it. And yeah, he's still ripping off chunks of it. And he teleports away after he tears away a piece. We're back to the top, Pieta. You're 30 feet from it. Actually, it moved again, so you're 45 feet from it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move. Let me get this right. Okay. I'm going to move 25 feet towards it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to catch my breath a little bit. And it's now within the range of my updated dagger. So I'm going to aim at this barn door and chunk at it.
Go for it.
Chuck my dagger at it. Okay, to hit, it is rolling. No. I almost got an extra one. Okay, no, it was actually to hit a 12.
That hits.
All right. Let's see. This piercing damage is oh yeah. That is a 9.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Gumi.
Okay. Yeah. 9 damage on the knife. Now, does this knife have any special properties?
It does. It comes right back to me. Shoop!
Does it fly back or just appear back in your hand?
It appears back.
Okay. So you guys see Pieta just throw that dagger. Smacks in, and suddenly it's right back in his hand. I wonder, I keep rolling. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I'm rolling to see if all these hits are distracting the creature from its staring. But so far, nothing changes. Your dagger's back. Anything else?
I'm just gonna give it one of these, and that's it. Just kidding. All right, go ahead. I'm done.
All right. Rip.
It's a crime I'm this high in the initiative, and I'm running, and then running some more.
Okay. How close are you now? Are you keeping track?
I am. I believe after you said we started about 800 feet out at the end of last turn with our increased speed, it would have been 710. At the end of this one with increased speed, we're 620 feet off, Sunny. We're getting there. I am keeping track because I have ranges I'm looking out for.
Oh, yeah.
I have stuff to do, okay?
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
We need
I'm-
you.
Yeah, I'm running. I'm taking a free action to hate all of this and then continuing to also run
Right.
more.
And in case anyone forgot, there are living things in this area. There are black maggots crawling in the dirt. So you're like squishing your way through as you run. You are going even a little faster though now, Rip.
Oh,
Add
okay.
another 10 feet as you feel like you're almost falling.
To this turn or to next turn?
This one.
Okay. 600 feet. Let's go. We're getting there.
Yep. Okay.
At the end of the next
Tony.
turn, I'm gonna ready my crossbow. We're getting there.
Stony.
So, from Stoney's perspective, is he able to see what Fern has done?
You can see her just hanging in the air, about 15 feet off the
Right.
ground.
Looking
And-
like Lolf.
Well, looking like herself with spiders crawling all over her.
Okay. Stoney's not going to question it. He's going to use his full movement to get over to the creature.
Okay.
He's going to use a bonus action to command CC to attack it. Actually, no. No, he's not.
Interesting.
He's gonna delay the command, and he's also going to ready an action. He's going to melee strike it if it starts to become hostile again. So
Okay.
you see his hands form these little balls of force, as like it almost looks like air is like condensed and it's like whipping around in his hand, and some of the mist and the vapors get caught in it as well as
Okay.
it swirls around, and as he waits and watches.
Yeah. As you do this, the dust that catches in and starts swirling around these balls of force in your hand, they also start to generate their own like gravity, and you seem to be sucking things in. Bigger particles are just swirling around your hands. Okay, so you're holding your action. Sunny.
Big surprise. Going to keep running and running and running.
Keeping up with Rip.
Yeah.
Are you guys the same speed? You're 30 speed, right?
Yeah.
Both of you? Okay, so you're evenly matched. Running downhill, it feels like you're almost leaning back to run because even though you're not, you're clearly running, on a fairly flat thing, jumping over logs and things in the way. It feels like you're falling, and it's really messing with your head a little bit.
Using Awakened Mind, I start shouting in Rip's head, "Don't trip! Don't trip! Don't trip!"
Okay.
Okay, it's the creature's turn.
Is it the creature's turn or was my turn right before the creature?
You're right after.
Oh, okay.
The creature's standing there staring at you, and you see its bottom jaw hang open, this purple tongue kind of flopping around, and the vacant eyes just looks up at you, and it blasts this breath weapon. This breath weapon is called, it's got two features to it. It blasts nauseating fumes, so I need a con save.
I love throwing up. Fantastic.
Okay,
May I have my
so
triggered action
You
as
may.
well? Okay.
Yep.
that's a 17.
That makes it so you take 4 points of poison damage, and now the feature called Vicious Wind kicks in. Please make a strength save to hold your ground.
That is a 15.
That fails. And this may be a good thing for you. You are shot 30 feet back, but you still have the fly effect, so you're just pushed away from it. With its movement, it comes charging in your direction, and you are 15 feet up. It can reach. So it's right at your feet, but it's already blasted its breath, so it can't attack any further right now. It's your turn, Fern.
So okay.
Fix the hair. Take time to think.
While you're
This is my ringing and consternation. No, go ahead.
It's your turn.
well, my
he
triggered
has a-
action goes off.
Oh, right. Yeah, go.
First.
Go for it.
So unfortunately, I don't think this would have helped you. But as he realizes that this thing is like gearing up to attack Fern, he goes in. He strikes this creature. He rolled a 19
That's a hit.
to hit, and he deals 8 thunder damage. So you hear this this loud
Ooh.
explosion from the other side. It's like a little pop pop. And as he does that, you see this weird magical rippling effect that covers the creature. And it seems like it is totally it doesn't look like totally affected, but what it does for you, Jack, is that this creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me
Ooh.
until the start of my next turn. So sadly, my turn is before the creature's turn, so it won't do anything now. But if it had done an attack roll, then it
Right.
would have had disadvantage.
Understood. But it didn't. It made her make a save. So unfortunately, it didn't give her advantage. It just gave the creature disadvantage on melee attacks. Got it. All right. So now it's Fern's turn.
Okay. Well,
You've wrung your hair out.
I
Now
have.
what?
So Fern is pretty sure that it didn't convince the creature. So she is going to she's going to assume that this ally that's been on the back of this creature
Mhm.
and hacking away at the bone has been making some headway in like cracking that bone, and she's going to try to help. So she is going to, since it's right underneath her, come down right on top on the back, take her short sword and stab it into the bone to try to get it to crack open.
Cool. Yeah. Roll an attack. As you do not leave its range, so don't give it an attack opportunity. And you.
That's a natural 20. I've never rolled that many natural 20s in a game ever.
Amazing. Good. Yeah. So you come down just like, oh, well, I guess this is going to work better, and just stab into it. Let's see what your damage is. Oh, let me. Have we dealt with critical damage in this game? I don't know that we have. We haven't fought many things. So I'm going to run something by you guys. I want to offer you the possibility that on a crit, and this goes for the bad guys too, you take full damage and then you roll another die. Or we could just roll 2 die like normal. I like the crits to be very critty. And so I would prefer if you took your full damage and then rolled again and then add your bonuses. But realizing that if a monster crits you, same thing will happen. Let's vote on that. Anybody 4?
That's normally how I play.
2. Oh, okay. Everybody's 4. Okay, great.
I like
Then you
a
may,
good double A sword.
yeah, you may take just roll once, add it to a completely full die, and then add your bonus.
Okay. So, and this is a sneak attack because I have an ally right by me.
Correct. So roll.
So-
And remember, what's your full damage for all your sneak plus your sword?
21.
Yeah, and then roll all those die again and add them onto it.
Plus, plus 6, plus 4, plus 6. So that
21
would
plus
be. I'm really bad at math, you guys.
37.
Cool.
37. So Fern in the air, positioning herself like a spider-covered goddess or something, just says, fuck it, pulls a sword and drops straight down between its enormous antlers right as its skull joins its spine and smashes it in. What did I say? 30 what? 36?
Is that what he said, you guys? It was either
I don't
36
know.
or 37.
37.
37 damage. And the creature falls like falls to a knee. Its front legs kind of collapse down, and then it stands back up. Anything else, Fern?
She's keeping her sword embedded and holding on, so she's gonna stay there next to her new ally.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
That is gonna be a 13.
13. You see something glimmering inside this guy's, like his robes are flapping open, kind of a leather vest, a thick leather vest thing. You see something tucked inside of his leather vest. It's kind of a shiny, sparkly, but you just notice there's something there. You can't quite see what it is.
Fern always notices the shinies.
So, the three the three black armored creatures running toward the creature from the other side, They finally run their full distance and they get within range and they pull their bows and they let fly again. All of them hit. Boom, boom, boom. These arrows hit with a kind of concussive effect. And you, Fern, on the back of this thing, kind of riding it, facing toward the tail end, you see these arrows streak in. And as they hit, you hear them detonate. Boom, boom, boom. And you feel the creature just rocking side to side as these things are just blasting chunks away. The one standing in front of you takes his quarterstaff and just drives it in like it's a sword into the creature's back. And you hear bones splintering as he drives it in. The creature doesn't scream, but you see it throw its head back as if it's screaming. Its mouth opens and it stomps the ground. I need 4 everyone in the area to roll a con save as more poisonous fumes billow up. Stoney, what'd you get? Oh, you're rolling Pieta? Con save?
1 sec. It is
17.
17 is a success. You do take half damage. You take 6 damage. 6 poison damage.
Okay.
You go down?
Yes.
Okay. Stony,
22.
you take 6 poison damage. Pieta,
11.
you take 13 poison damage.
Yuck.
As this poison, this yellowish poisonous gas rises up in billows and suffuses the center of this area, you guys who are near, and actually everybody can see it now. Y'all are close enough to be watching this combat. You see Fern slip off the side and hit the ground right underneath this creature. Hold, please. Maybe. Yeah. Fern slips and hits the ground. Stony and Pieta, you are probably not looking good. Coughing. This gas it's like mustard gas. It burns. You feel like it's sucking the energy out of you. You almost fall down. It's powerful, even though you're resisting it for the most part. And it makes it easy to see how this creature is just affecting the whole area and rotting the forest from within. Oop, I had to make one more roll. Oh, poor Clips.
Don't say that.
Clips, you hear like a dog coughing and stuff, but he still lunges up at it and takes another chunk out of it.
Good for Clips.
Yep. He's just ripping off the little shreds of hide and stuff, whatever he can get to. Back to the top. Pieta.
Okay, yeah. So Pieta, like after getting hit with that, he's like, "Oh my god, that's horrible, terrible." He looks at his pouch. He's like, Only a few left, and takes out a potion of healing and use them. Actually, I guess that's my bonus since it's myself. So it's 2d4 and plus 2. Oh, generous dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 healing. So I feel a little better. I'm like, okay, gotta keep going. Did the creature run? I may have blinked.
Nope. It's standing right there.
All right. Prepare my dagger again, and with a little battle cry, toss it out, and to hit. Yeah, 17.
17 hits.
Now for my damage. Okay, not bad. That is a 7.
7. Okay. Looking good. And your dagger instantly appears back into your throwing hand.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Pieta?
No.
Right. Rip.
I'm running, and I'm taking a free action to hate it, and I'm still running yet again.
Okay. How close are you now?
Now we're down to 490 feet away.
You're getting there.
We're getting there.
Stony.
Stoney's gonna take another shot at this thing. Let me think about that. So he just saw Fern go down.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have anything. Well, hang on. I take that back. Oh no! Wait, no. Sorry, I saw that. The spell slot for augury that you gave me, but that doesn't give me the second level spell slot, unfortunately. So he can't do anything except can't do anything. He's looking between Fern and the creature.
Can
And
you
he
tell
just-
me what's going through Stoney's mind when he sees Fern go down again? And this time she is right under it. Like all it has to do is lower its head and rip her in half.
I think he'll say something like he's thinking, not again. I won't let this happen again. So without thinking, he runs over to Fern. I don't know how far away Fern is from him.
You walked up last time. You can get there.
Yeah, so he slides in. He keeps commanding CC to attack. And he will throw up his shield and use the dodge action over Fern.
Okay. Standing over Fern. All right. And
Let me give
CC's
you that
attack.
roll. Alrighty. 14 will hit, yes.
Yep.
So my damage is 2 force damage.
Nice. Okay, so CC's picking off little flecks of it. Stony, Pieta, you see Stony run over there and slide under the creature with his shield up. It is Sunny's turn. Run, run, run.
Yep, bet no one saw that one coming, but continuing running.
All right, you're what is it, Rip? 490 feet away?
490 feet away.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. It's the creature's turn. He's got a creature on its back. Stony blasted it with thunder damage. Pieta's right behind it. You know what? Stony has made himself the target. So it's going to attack with full abandon on Stony. It's going to make 2 bite attacks.
Great. Roll 4 times at disadvantage.
Right? 15 to hit on the first one.
That will not hit on the first one.
All right. These giant jaws slam into the ground, and they hit the ground on both sides of you and squeeze in, and your shield stops it, and it kind of scrapes off and recoils, but it takes another bite. And the same thing happens. Slams down, scrapes across your shield. Your shield is bent. This thing has some serious power, but it does not break. And you can feel the sting, the acrid sting of being in this creature's jaws. The poison just oozing out of this creature. But you hold steady. And it has tried to get you twice at point blank range, and you fended it off.
Yeah. Stony sort of sputters, and a bit of blood kind of retches from his throat out onto his hand. And he says, "Gods, please, somebody save Fern."
Can you roll an insight check for me, Stony?
Good thing he's really good at these. Is what I would say if he was really good at these. That is a 3.
All right. Pieta, you've been watching this. I'd like you to also roll an insight check.
I think I'm really good at these. And by that I mean I get a natural 1.
All right. Perfect. Never mind then. We're going to move on to Fern's turn.
Alrighty.
Fern is lying prone underneath Stony and his shield between the jaws of this undead monster.
That is a success.
Success. So she's still breathing. Yet do you see 3 more arrows whisk in as these runners are getting nearer. 2 of them hit. Although the arrows that you've seen before have done, the first one's shot from an impossible distance. The ones that hit just a few seconds ago did extra, like, concussive thunder damage. These are just arrows. They thud into the creature's hide, and they just sit there quivering. The creature on the humanoid furry creature on the back of the creature is still whirling his stick around, and he comes down hard with his stick. I don't think he can miss at this point. I guess he could with a 1, but he smashes into it, and Pieta, you see this. Stony, you feel there is a tug in the air, a pull, a suction almost, For you, Stony, it would be upward. For Pieta, it's toward the creature, almost like you're jerked, almost as if you're falling in that direction for half a second. As this guy on the creature's back hits it, and this pulse comes off of his body or his staff or something. You feel this pulse being pulled, and the creature, you hear its bones creaking and changing and shifting, and it starts to crane its head back to see what's going on up there. That brings us to the final time that this creature can do this. But it rears up on its hind legs and comes down hard, ka-thump, with both of its front feet that are shaped like huge sharpened poles into the ground, and cracks emanate from where it's jabbed into the ground. This yellow sulfur fume pumps out and fills the area. I need for everyone in this area to once again roll a con save. Including Fern. What'd you get, Pieta?
12.
12. Stony?
Stony succumbs. 9.
Okay. And Fern?
Dirty 20.
Fern succeeds. Stony and Pieta. Let me roll damage. 14 damage.
The both of us?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, Stony's unconscious. Yeah, I guess it's still 14. So that counts as 1 against your death saves. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You just take that damage and it drops you to 0, right? Yeah. And Pieta, are you still
Yeah.
up?
No, that's exactly how much I had left. So
Okay.
it drops me to 0.
Sprinting down the hill. You guys see this. This giant wave of yellow fumes encompasses everything there. And all of your friends are lying on the ground when it dissipates. Even the humanoid on its back is swaying and trying to hold itself on as it also is affected.
Jack, I have a question.
Yes.
So Stony was at 2 hit points.
Okay.
You rolled 14 damage
Mm-hmm.
to harm Stony. Stony's maximum hit points is 19, which means that the damage would be over the threshold for more than half of his hit points below his maximum. Which means I need to roll a Constitution saving throw. The DC of 15. I'm pretty sure it's instant death for most.
No,
I was trying to look up the dang rule.
You still had 2 hit points.
Yes.
It would have to exceed your total. So your total is still above 14. It doesn't have to exceed half your total. Unless that's a rule that I don't know. But I'm going to say that it just brings you to 0 and you're unconscious.
Okay.
And we can deal with
and then if after you're unconscious, it exceeds half, then you are.
Yeah, but right now, all it can do is drop you to 0 on this turn. It doesn't
Okay.
keep going. It's not like if you got hit with a sword, you would go below 0 on that turn. It's just not the way the mechanics work.
Well, it would only matter if it went over half. That's the thing. That's what causes like instant death.
But what I'm saying is you still had some health. So all the damage does is reduce you to 0.
All right.
Yeah. Same as Pieta, and Fern resisted it, so she doesn't take an extra death save off. So, as you guys are sprinting down the hill, Clips actually passed his save. And he crits. So Clips is going to do max damage plus a roll. So nice. And Clips is hanging on to this creature's throat. And as Sunny and Rip run toward it, you see a huge hunk of hide start from the throat and just peel away as Rips is just shaking it in his head, in his mouth, and backing away from this thing, and then he's gone.
Boy.
Right. Whew. Now, yet I need a death save. Roll a d20.
Got a 4.
That is one failure. Rip,
Yay!
after your full move, how close are you?
380 feet. I'll use my free action this time to cry.
380 feet. You feel that you're not only running faster, but
Yeah.
you're falling. You are falling. Your feet leave the ground, and you're falling straight forward toward the creature
Cool.
at an extra 100 feet.
Okay, so it'll take me from 380 to 280 feet. If that's another 100 feet. Can I when I when I surpass that 320 feet away, can I try and shoot it with my crossbow?
Well, you used your full action to dash.
Oh,
didn't
that's
you?
right. Yeah, I'm running.
Yeah.
Shoot, I am gonna shoot it though.
Yeah. You're falling straight forward, basically, as if
What else do I
you're
have
being
to do?
pulled through the air. Right. Stony, roll a death save.
Okie dokie. All right, that is one success. And also, I was wrong. I was partially right. So instant death is only if it goes below 0 and then to 100% of your maximum hit points.
That's
So
what I
if you
thought.
had dealt 21 points of poison
Mhm.
damage, I would have instantly died. But instead, it was 14 and not at that threshold.
Yep. All right. Sunny, I'm assuming you're still running.
Yeah.
And as you are running, you see Rip like stumble a little bit and then just start shooting through the air straight forward, which you also do. You feel like in the pit of your stomach you're falling, but really you're just shooting straight at this creature. Roll Rip and Sunny, please roll a perception check.
Cool. I sometimes can do these. Oh boy.
12?
An 8.
Yep. You don't know why you're falling. You also
Cool.
see though, with those rolls, you see that the 3 running warriors ahead of you are also flying through the air. And they were moving much faster than you. And so we'll see what happens. It's the creature's turn now. It spins around. What would the creature do? It spins around, and it's going to try to get this one on its back. So it's going to kind of do some contortions to throw him off. Let's see if he can stay on. Oh, he does not. He falls. And so the creature is going to take 2 attacks. The first one, it lunges at this this furry guy in black leather who just jumps somehow, like almost like Matrix-like, and just somehow contorts its body out of the way as this creature just snaps down where it was. And the second one is a stab with the giant front leg, which also misses. This humanoid is impossibly fluid as it's just moving around out of the way as this creature furiously, this undead monstrosity construction, just furiously tries to get it. This pesky thing, but it can't be got so far. Clip's turn. Clips tears another hunk out of it. And at this point, the 3 black armored creatures hit the side of the undead monster. They hit it as if they were in free fall. Feet first, as if they coordinated. Thump, thump, thump. And they punch holes through it. You see them, well, nobody can see this right now. Sunny and Rip, you see them sink into the monster.
Wait, I can roleplay this really well. Check this out.
All right. What is he doing? Just disappears behind the curtain. Yeah, okay. That's
Oh, if it was
perfect.
lighter, I guess I could have turned on a light.
So yeah, they plunge into it feet first. Pieta, your turn again to make
need-
another. Oh,
I
go
need
ahead.
to roll. I haven't done my roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go for it.
That is a failure. So 1 save, 1 fail.
Okay. Pieta?
That is a 9 for another failure. 2 failures.
Oof. Ouch. Okay. Rip,
Yep.
how close are you now? Without your dash, if you do the speed that I told you,
Yeah.
you're falling 100 plus 30. How close are you?
100 plus 30. Let's see. We ended that round at 280 feet, so I'm 150 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. Yeah, 150 feet
That's right.
away. And I didn't use my dash because how could I? Because I was falling.
Yeah.
So
But you have an action.
I would like to try. I'm too far for anything else, so I guess I'm gonna try and shoot this thing with my light crossbow with disadvantage because it's the first thing I can do. Yeah. Wow! What a time for my luck to kick in. That's That's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
I rolled a 20 and a 19.
Your arrow feels like it's streaming straight at something.
Heat-seeking missile.
It's a beautiful shot, but the arrow travels faster than normal. You can't believe it's also falling in the same direction you
Yeah.
are.
It'll take 8 points of damage.
8.
Yes. Does it look like I'm heading like directly for that thing?
Yeah.
Cool. As soon as I get my shot off, I'm gonna I guess curl into a ball, like cannonball style as I'm coming through the air, try and finagle myself into a cannonball type shape, I guess.
Sounds good.
If I'm gonna hit it, I might as well hit it really hard.
Right. I agree. That brings us to Stony.
I got another success.
Nice. Sunny. You are falling. You're falling. You're falling.
How far away did you say we were?
Rip, do you remember how far away we were? 150, right?
We're now at 150 at the end of this.
150 feet.
Sunny can't do anything to 120 feet, so Sunny is still going to use her action to dash, unfortunately.
To fall even faster. I don't
Cool.
think you can. You're going as fast as you possibly can right now.
Okay. So I can't dash.
You can't dash.
So I'm still 150 feet away.
Correct.
Okay.
But you see Grim gearing up. His mouth is starting to bubble with energy. He says, "Let's try."
Give me a pep talk. We got this. I think our friends might be unconscious.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
All right. His mouth is full of energy, like he wants to spit an Eldritch Blast. You want to try it?
I mean, I'm not 120 feet away, but if you would allow it, I will.
understand.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, you're falling. It's like if you
Ooh,
shot an
okay.
Eldritch Blast as you were falling off a cliff, it would probably hit the ground, right? It doesn't fizzle out in 120 feet. It just loses its effect. So, might as well
That's
try
a
it.
21 to hit.
Okay. Your Eldritch Blast does hit, and you see, kathum, it punches into the side just like these other people did. Roll a damage.
All right. That is 9 force damage as Grim just hiccups it out because he couldn't wait any longer.
Yeah, so you see the creature shudder and fall down again to one knee and drag itself up. Can I get an insight check from Sunny and from Rip?
Sure.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you can. Oh,
Thank
You
you.
just crit. Are you for real?
Wow. So Rip crit on an insight check?
No.
Oh,
I thought I'll roll the other the dice that just crit. What could go wrong? I got a 2 for a total of 6.
okay. And Sunny?
Sunny got a 16.
Okay, Sunny. As you near this creature and you're falling toward it, you're thinking, you're determining, and we all know Sunny's no genius, but Sunny can take in information and process it without really consciously doing that. Something about your senses are way stronger, way sharper than your intellect. And suddenly it pops into your mind, this creature was not built to fight, only to destroy. Do with that as you will. So it's the creature's turn. This other guy is still on the ground in front of it. He's going to attack again. Ooh, this time he hits. He bites into this guy, and this guy crumples to the ground. And it shakes him and throws him into the air. And as this happens, Rip and Sunny, you hit the ground running. You're no longer falling. And this weird effect of gravity pulling you in is gone. You're 150 feet away. And your friends are lying in the dirt. Burn.
That is a success.
All right, good. Then Sunny and Rip, you see these three black armored figures are moving. They didn't stick into it. You see them coming out and swinging swords at it and carving into it as it snaps in all directions. So each of them takes an attack on this thing, and you see chunks of stick and bone and hide and dirt flying off as they're carving into it. Then you see the creature that it bit and threw crawls across the ground and reaches over to Pieta, and you can see him like thump down on Pieta's chest. Thump. And Pieta gets 3 points of health. As this thing just pops him in the stomach or in the chest. You see, Pieta, you see next to you this creature's like, he's got blood pouring out of his mouth. He's got some big gaping wounds where the thing bit him, and he says, "Help us, brother."
Oh my god. I think I'm a little mortified.
Meanwhile, Clips appears in and rips into this thing's tail and is just hanging on as the tail swings side to side. So Clips is still doing some damage.
Clips is on.
Pieta's turn. This
Uh,
giant creature is looking ragged. You see Clips hanging onto its tail. You see these three warriors just carving into it with their swords. This one guy who just saved you is looking pretty bad. He's struggling to rise up, but he slams his quarterstaff in the ground and he forces himself to his feet as he just asked you for help. You also see Stony and Fern are still lying on the ground.
What is Fern and Stoney's your situation like? Are you guys two
They're
saves, two?
underneath the creature, both of them unconscious.
Stony
How many-
looks like he's on the brink of pulling through.
Oh. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So Pieta kind of like gathers himself. He's like, help out. Help. Do you need some healing? Or do you he asks.
Are you asking?
Yeah, I ask him, hey, like thank you.
He's pulling himself up his quarterstaff and he says, "Kill it."
Fuck, okay. He like fucking like kind of like what's the word? Um kind of like thumps himself all over to kind of like feel and his awareness come back and like Like, holy shit, I was down. Like he uh he has to take a second because I don't think he's been down since like the very first time. Like it because he's always had like the Slayer take the brute force of it all, and so he's like kind of experienced that and then feels this like kind of almost sense of um not ownership but like sense of duty, like okay, yeah, this thing it needs to stop hurting my friends, needs to stop hurting these guys, and must and like gets an adrenaline boost. And so Pieta's like, all right, the true glass cannon that's inside me is going all in, and he's like, this thing's going down or I am. And so with my action, I'm going to uh move and leap onto it. Uh, or at least get really close. If I forgot how far away that is for me. That thing is for me.
30 feet.
Okay, yeah. So I approach it, and where does it look like it has like the most bruise, or is it just kind of like wherever? Does
It's
Pieta see like there's any vulnerable spot?
it's been pretty brutalized. Roll an insight check, I guess. See
Okay,
if you can
doke.
find some weak spots. You can see that it's missing chunks, huge chunks, like these. Oh, you didn't see it. There's 3 big holes in the side of it.
Got a 15.
15. This is a construct. It was made magically to do a job. It was given instructions, and it will do that job until it is reduced to splinters. So it doesn't matter how much damage it has taken, it can still function. It
All right.
doesn't care about being hurt.
Um, I'm going to I'm going to muster up a battle cry and jump up and try to slam my dagger into it.
Okay.
So let's see to hit. All right, guess I'm still fatigued a little bit because that is a 7.
That misses. So you carve through a chunk of hide that's just flapping loose. You thought it was in its body, but it just kind of slid away like as if you were hitting a cloak or something. But you still have
I
an
believe
unarmed.
yes. He says he's like, what the fuck? Ah. And he's like, I'm not done yet. And I go for my first unarmed strike. And okay, that is a 18.
That hits.
And so now, hello, there you go. Oh, okay. That is a rolled a d6 and got a 6 plus 3. That's a 9.
Okay, 9
And I
damage.
said, this one's for fun. And then I use my last key point to do my flurry of blows.
Yep.
And to hit. All right, Stony is yeah, he's not gonna get one because I got an 8.
8 misses. So
Yeah,
once again, the hide, the ragged flaps are kind of in your way, and you're trying to bat them out of the way and swing, but you don't hit any solid stuff.
yeah, yeah. He's so disoriented. All right, cool. That's my turn.
Got 9 points of damage off. Rip,
Yes.
you're
Um,
running.
I'm running. I'm going to run another 30 feet and try and shoot it. I'll take my full movement and I'm going to try and shoot it again
With your crossbow.
with my crossbow, which
From
is still going to
120
be
feet.
at disadvantage, but that's fine. That's evil. Well, I got 2 crits, technically.
What
But one.
what roll are you using for this attack?
What's that?
What's the number that we're trying to score here?
I mean, anything to try and hit it. But I'm out of range, so I have to roll with disadvantage, and I got a 1 and a 20, so I miss.
Oh, I see. So you got a crit and let's see, 2 crits.
I got a crit and a crit.
A positive and a negative. Got it.
Yep.
Understood. Okay, so your crossbow, you perfectly line up, but as you plant
Yeah.
your foot, you're like, this one's gonna finish it. And as you plant your foot and squeeze that trigger, you put your foot in the wrong place and face first into it.
No!
So you're prone.
Great. I knew I should have zigged when I zagged.
Stony.
That is one failure.
No.
Oh. Sonny, you stop falling, you hit the ground. You are 150 feet.
Yes. I'm gonna continue running another 30 feet, so I'm only 120 feet away.
Up to Rip.
And I'm going to grip Grim a little tighter and be like, just do the same thing again, okay? We gotta save them. And I just like smack him on the back of the head as he goes to do the Eldritch Blast with advantage because I'm using a familiar.
Yeah, he's giving you the help
For
action.
lovely 21 to hit then. And
Boom.
that will be max damage. 13 force damage.
Woohoo.
13 force damage. Where do you want to hit this thing?
Is its face towards me right now?
Sure.
Okay. I want like this ball of energy to go like up its nose and just so it starts bleeding a little, like it just like inhales it a bit.
All right. As it swings its giant skull head with these branching horns, antlers, it swings around and it opens its mouth, and you can see the black smoke coiling up. It's ready to give another breath weapon. You just foomp right up the empty nostril, and it goes up into the head, and you just see the energy kind of and start leaking out the back of its skull. What's the damage? Oh,
It
you
was
said
13.
13. As it does this, you see it just like onto one knee and then another knee, and it raises its head, and it's just about to fall on top of Fern and Stony. And you
Before
see
it
Go ahead.
falls, I'd like to just yell at the top of my lungs, "Hey, you idiot!" and start waving my hands. I wanted its attention to be on me, and so it like tries to go after me and not fall on my friends or hurt any of them.
Its attention is definitely on you, but you see it stops, and it's fallen to kind of onto its belly, just barely holding itself up, and you see it start to, like embers, like wisps of embers that float away into the sky off of a dying, sparking fire. It just starts from the top down. Pieces start flaking off and floating. It slowly disintegrates into the air. It never collapses onto Stony and Fern.
Does
However,
it leave a heart?
we are still in initiative. It leaves a pile of nastiness. It is Fern's turn.
All right. That is a success. She's gonna come back.
Oh, was that 3 successes?
Mm-hmm.
So you are stable. The 3 warriors sheath their swords and they stand there looking around. They move toward their friend who's struggling with his quarterstaff, and they all start talking quietly. Clips is still hanging onto something, dragging it around and shaking it and stuff. It looks like a big piece of bone. Actually, he's still worrying a chunk of bone. Pieta, this thing just happened. You punched it, and you saw it swing its head around, and you felt Sonny's eldritch blast hit it in the face, and it just fell apart. There's a big kind of slimy ball of sticky goo where it was, and your friends Fern and Stony are right next to this pile of goo.
He's kind of like, what? He's feeling a lot of mixed feelings, like anger, frustration, worry, but he comes to it and says, "I need to take care of my friends." So who's still down right now? Stony
And Fern.
and Fern. Who's not looking hot? who's looking?
They both are unconscious. You don't know. They're both covered with. No, they're not bloody.
I instinctually go to Stony.
Stony's a little bloody.
Yeah. Is there a thing I can, like an action I can perform that stabilizes him?
Without using a health, yes.
Yeah.
You could do a medicine check, and if you pass the check, you will stabilize him. Are you proficient in medicine?
I got a +2.
But do you have proficiency in it? Is that one of the choices that you chose?
Oh, no.
No. Okay, you can try it, but the DC will be a little higher.
Oh, okay. I'll play it safe. I'll slap another potion on him.
Oh, then that definitely works. Roll 2d4
Alright.
plus 2.
So I go to my friend. He gets 6 health back hey buddy, hang in there. I'm kind of like trying to like put it in his mouth while trying to like hold it together because I'm still at like 3 health.
Right. So that takes us out of initiative.
Deja vu.
Cool. I get up and I start running again.
Except for Fern is still unconscious. Yeah.
Just as you said that, a pack of coyotes started screaming outside of my window.
Is it over?
They're cheering for us.
Now it's over, Stony.
Oh,
Now it's over.
where's Fran? Is she all right?
You're on top of me.
Yeah, under you.
Oh, Fran? Fran? I don't think she can hear me.
Yeah, as soon as I get within 60 feet of Fern, I'm yelling at her in Sylvan and giving her a second level healing word.
Ooh, okay.
Listen, I would gladly do it. It is also one of the only spell slots I have left. So, like, don't canonize me, but I would give it to her in a heartbeat. Oh, that's pretty good. Wait, is that for this or is that for that? I think that's for
We
that.
don't know what you're talking about.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get back 12 points of damage.
Wow.
Or 12 points of healing. Thank you.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Yeah, not damage.
Thank you to that. And then I am going to head over to Stony and Pieta, who are right there. So I'll close that distance and bust out the healing kit. Y'all got hit dice, right? I know Stony does.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has all of his.
Fabulous. Your hit dice is a 6 because you're squishy. And that's another 5 hit points for Stony. And another... That sucks. Damn. Sorry, Pieta. Another
It's
3
okay.
points of healing for
I will
Pieta. And
take it.
then...
That is double what I
I-
have.
Yeah. And then I would like to check in on this big hairy guy and see how he's doing. And are
He's
you
bad.
Hey, are
But-
you okay? Can I help? Is it okay if I help and I hold up my healer's kit?
That would be extremely acceptable. But he
Okay,
also claps himself on the chest, and you see some of his wounds close. And he breathes a
Oh,
little
wow.
deeper and takes your medical kit and starts fixing himself up.
That's impressive. You could
Fern,
you should teach me that.
Go ahead, Fern.
Fern has kind of sputtered back into being. She's totally... Everything is not how she remembers it. There's a Stony right there by her face. She doesn't understand
Touching
what
you.
happened. She starts just kind of, Stony? The heart, the beast,
Give me a second. I need a breather. Oh, God.
beast.
That gas was nasty. And ow.
Where is
Rip.
it?
Oh, that hurt.
There's just kind of, I think
what?
we're kind of in this mess of confusion. We're a ball of entwined confusion right now.
I think Sunny wants to come running up and be like, "What? What happened? It looked like y'all just fell unconscious."
Poison is.
Oh, y'all aren't resistant to poison damage?
Oh, we're not. No! Are you?
Well, yeah.
What? Can we trade places next time? Next time we find a giant poison thing, could you be in front? Thanks. Thanks for finishing it off, by the way. Holy crap.
Heart.
The
Oh,
taste
cool.
is still in my mouth. Ugh.
Heart. Where is the heart? Anyone?
Oh yeah. Oh look. Oh yeah, the heart. I'm just like standing next to the big hairy guy holding the stitch in my side. Oh look, I'm looking. I'll look for the heart, and I'll go.
Fern and Stony are right beside the goop pile, right?
Yep.
All right.
Make a
Cece,
face and start digging.
Fern
Cece,
is
start looking.
Fern is, sleeves up. She's going into the pile.
It burns. You will
Ooh.
take damage.
Owie.
Oh well. She's gonna
You-
do
You
it
got enough
anyway.
health for that?
You're
The whole
okay.
reason they're there is to get it.
Fern goes in two hands. The four warriors in the black garb say, What are you doing?" And Fern's just slamming her hand in there, rooting around. Roll a investigation or perception, your call.
Can I help her? I would like to dig in there too,
Sure.
while also
Yeah.
while also mumbling. I just fixed that.
You gave me lots of vitality. That's a 16 perception.
Okay. And Rip?
Ooh, that's 14 perception.
Okay. You both take 3 points of acid damage as your hands are you're elbow deep in this pile of slime, running your hands through it. Fern, you feel a hard nodule.
Oh, she's gonna grasp her hand around it and start to try to pull it out.
Yeah, you pull it out. It's like this black thing covered with this black goo.
Rip, what is this? Is this a heart?
Is it a heart? Should I make a medicine check? Would it be a medicine check?
It's
An
just
arcana check?
covered with this black glop. You can't really see it clearly.
Fern is like, she's
yeah, I'll
spitting
pull
on
out
it and trying to get the glove.
I'll pull out my water skin. I'll pull out my water skin and pour some water on it, see if I can clean it off a little bit, at least see what it is.
Stony sees what y'all are trying to do, and he's just like, he like very lazily waves his hands a prestidigitation to clean it off.
And it's clean. It's
Look
a
at that, you've done it.
Show
it's
off.
a lengthy, multifaceted, like crystal with thick, not super thick, very hard looking like veins, but it's actually vines like wood or roots that are surrounding it, marbling it. And some of them grow through it, some of them stay on the outside, but it's like a purplish in color, and the wood is wood colored, dark brown.
I like
Is
give
this
it a
what could have made this
sniff.
live? Rip,
Um,
Joni?
Anyone proficient in Arcana? If you are, you can roll it. No?
Looks
Okay.
at Stony.
What? Oh, sorry. Still got that gas taste in my mouth. Just really unpleasant. Yes. Let me take a look at this thing.
Fern will
On a check,
gently
please.
hand it over to him.
That's a 17.
You have no idea.
Uh,
Other. Go ahead.
Well, it could. No. Yes. No. Could you tap on it for a few times, maybe?
Oh,
Just
for goodness
finger?
sake. And Fern's going to take it back from She's going to turn to their newfound friends and kind of bow her head. Thank you for helping us. Do you know what this is?
One of them steps forward. It's so now that you're able to see them, they have. It looks like armor made of giant bug chitin. It's in pieces. It's lashed together with what looks like maybe leather, maybe some kind of string. You're not sure, but it's in little pieces that form almost a plate armor, but it's very flexible. Each piece is like this big, and they're all movable, and they all have little spines sticking off of them and things. The three that were working together are clearly elves, but their skin is somewhere between navy blue and dark purple and black. Depends on how the light hits them. And the other one is taller and shaggy with long pointy ears that stick out the side. But as you're looking at them and as you're realizing what's going on, there's other things that you notice that have changed. The sky, which was black, just solid black, is now fading into a normal nighttime sky. Stars are popping out one by one. You can see the horizon. Now it's not just black all the way down. You look around. There are still fallen logs and splintered wood everywhere, but the pile, the huge mountain, the hill that this creature had made, they look like piles of felled trees. It's not splinters anymore. And they're stacked and piled and looks like they're bound for transport. And as the shadows pull back, all the shadows are retreating to the center, where the center of this entire area was. And there's a building there now. It looks like it's made of freshly hewn timber, like a giant log cabin almost. It's very large, and the shadows from everywhere are pulling back into this building like being sucked back into an inkwell. So as you're noticing all this, and these 4 warriors step up to you, the tall, fuzzy, shaggy one kind of closing his coat back up, say, "We are happy to help, and we would have helped anyone in such a situation, but are you the ones from the easternmost of the reaches of Imon?"
We are the ones summoned by the Green Lady.
And they look around themselves. Do you know where this is? I would like everyone to roll a survival check.
Okay,
13.
Sunny has a +0, but rolled a 19, so.
Ooh, Sonny knows exactly where we are. Anybody else?
10.
9.
18.
13.
13. Rip?
18.
8. Rip and Sonny, you understand exactly where we are. You're standing in the mining camp that you went to save from spiders, located in the hills above Gladewell. And that is where we'll end tonight's episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whoa.
We
Wow.
are Zeros to Heroes, and we are one of the, God, what are we called, guys? My brain is broken tonight.
Dicey decision.
We're called Dicey Decisions RPG. Please look us up on YouTube if you haven't seen our previous episodes. Almost all of them are in there now. And we have another campaign on Fridays. Okay. That was a lot for all of us to process. You did it. Nobody died. I can't believe it.
Only a
Yeah?
little bit.
You expected it was one of us too?
Only a little
It
dying.
was a monster that you should not have been able to survive. And I didn't expect for you to just go in shooting from the hip.
Didn't necessarily. Things just kind of went wrong, and that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
They keep going wrong.
Anyway. But thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you for being here. We're doing it for you, really. But we're having a lot of fun as we're going. Anybody need to say anything before we cut out? No. Well, look for us.
Doodly-doo, my name is Stony.
That's Sony over there. Look for us next week on Zeros to Heroes, same night, same channel, and we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
So long.
There.